Hey everybody, this is Roy Kennedy, and this is Favorite Game Friday, where we have a group of contributors with completely different tastes in gaming, talking about their favorite game in the category of the week. This week we're talking all about victory condition and victory points. What is your favorite way to gain victory points? There's all sorts of different ways that this can happen in tabletop games. Make sure to leave that in the comments down below, and let's see what all the contributors had to say.
Co-op is a cooperative two-player game about building furniture, a place, something distinct from IKEA so you don't get sued. But the best part of it is the victory points are Swedish meatballs.
Hi there, Favorite Game Friday. My name is Brett. You can find me on Instagram at Boards with Brews, and this week the prompt is favorite ways to score victory points. And this week I'm going to talk about Elysium, which is a really interesting card drafting game where you choose 5 of 8 families to make a unique deck every time. And then in order to score the cards that you draft, you need to take away their power and move them down into your Elysium to score them, creating sets either of the same rank or number or the same family, which is like suit. And I just find it so interesting that you need to give up your powers in order to score, but you want to keep those powers so that you can keep drafting better cards faster. It's such an interesting mechanic that leads for some really interesting choices. And so that is my pick for this week, Elysium.
Hey everybody, it's Mike DeLisio. My favorite way to gain victory points is through like an achievement system, something like Scythe, where you are trying to fulfill particular achievements and maybe it will be a multiplier for your score like in that particular game. Well, that's it for me.
Hello everyone, welcome to Favourite Game Friday. This is Board Game Girl, and my choice for pick of the week this week is Arboretum.
Hey friends and gamers, it's Frenchie. Happy Friday. Game that I think has the coolest way of scoring victory points for me would be Tapestry. Tapestry just has so many ways of scoring points with your civilizations and then on your player mats and then the different cards you have as well as the tracks on the board and just so many cool ways. Even the city grid you have that you're putting some of those structures on. And my favorite way of scoring victory points is by scoring more points than my opponents. Hey, until next week, play nice. Take care.
Hi everyone, I'm Nathan, and this is Sweetie. And we have just 30 seconds to tell you that we like games where multiple scoring options are available. You can do lots of different kinds of things and earn scores. But our favorite game with the unique scoring option is Canvas, where our paintings earn ribbons, and then at the end of the game you count up your ribbons and give yourself a score based on that.
Hey everybody, here we are live from Grand Con, and my pick this week is going to be Comic Hunters, which you get victory points in a set collection type of way, but you're doing that by like collecting comics, including like number ones and issues with epic battles and first appearances and fun stuff like that.
My pick this week is Boss Monster, because the way you get points is by killing the heroes and taking their souls.
Soul victory points. All right, everybody. Happy Friday.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Wendy Yee, and the game I picked was Feast for Odin. I feel like it has an interesting way to get points. So you have a board in front of you, and you're basically putting down polyomino-shaped pieces to cover up negative victory points. So you start with like negative 100 points, and you just move from there. I just think that's so interesting and unique.
Hi, it's Barb, Meeple PhD, and my favorite game with a cool way to get victory points is Valley of the Kings. This is a fairly standard deck building game where you're getting more and more powerful cards into your deck, but in order to score any of those cards, you have to entomb them, which is to get them out of your deck for the rest of the game. So it's easy early on to get rid of your starter cards, and then becomes more and more difficult to decide which ones to take out of your deck. That's my favorite. Happy Friday, everyone.
Hello, Ben Myers here from the channel Ben and Danielle Reviews. My pick for games with a cool point system is Wingspan. I like how you can get victory points from many different ways, from collecting bird cards, collecting eggs, accomplishing different goals. You'll have your end of the round goals and your personal goals, and you get a good score from many different things, and you can get points from many different ways. Happy Friday, everyone. Bye.
My favorite way to claim victory points is by selecting and then triggering goals that are already face up on the table. I'm talking here about Carpe Diem, in which you have a grid of goals already visible to you at the very beginning of the game. You can select any two of them that are connected and trigger them every time you score. That means your options dwindle as the game goes on, and you have to consider not just one thing you're trying to accomplish, but two things every time, and hope your opponents haven't taken them from you. So very clever way to claim victory points. That's Carpe Diem.
Assalamu alaikum. The game in which you can collect victory points in various ways. My favorite is going to be Star Wars Outer Rim. In this one, you not only get to do your simple pick up and deliver of cargo, but it can be smuggled goods as well. Plus, if you don't like that, you want a little bit of more adventures, there are adventures which are more RPG-ish in nature, where you have to do skill checks to earn those victory points, or you can go for your bounty hunting. Well, that's one of the coolest things in Star Wars that you get to do. It's cowboys in space essentially. So my favorite, Star Wars Outer Rim. Happy gaming.
For me, it's going to be controlling objectives like in Battle Lore 2nd Edition. Being able to militarily control an objective and getting points as you're able to hold that down, kind of King of the Hill style, but in multiple areas, is really fun for me.
Hey everybody, this is Ron, and one of my favorite things to do to score victory points in games is explore. Like Isaiah, I love exploring those mystery tiles to see what's there and flipping over those exploration tokens and earning the rewards from that and just getting victory points from doing the thing that you're supposed to be doing in the game, which is going out and exploring.
Happy Friday, everybody. Mike with Skeleton Key GDS, and today I'm looking at my favorite way to get victory points, and I love building tableaus. Tableaus like you'd see in Underwater Cities, Terraforming Mars, and my new favorite, Ark Nova. Happy Friday.
I love putting together a clever series of events that I can score victory points as other people utilize what I've done in the game and give those points right to me, like in Brass Birmingham.
Hi, we're the Hendersons. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Deb.
A unique scoring mechanism is the one used in Smartphone Inc. It comes with a multiplication table as a player aid because you can make a lot of phones and sell them cheap, or you can make a few phones and sell them for a lot. There's a little bit of area majority in the game too. Economic game. Deb?
I have sneaky cards, play it forward, where part of it is you're hiding a card somewhere, like this one is on a plane, and people are supposed to, if they find it, enter the code, and then they can go on and hide it and track the card as well. But tracking it would be a way to score.
Hello, happy Friday everyone. This is Alan from Buzzing Meeples in Prestwich in the UK, and one of my favourite ways of gaining victory points in a game would have to be in the game called Brass Birmingham. Brass Birmingham by Martin Wallace, where you would gain victory points throughout the game when players would use your resources such as coal, which would give you points. So that's Brass Birmingham, not Brass Birmingham, by Martin Wallace, one of my favourite ways of gaining victory points in a game.
What's up, folks? I'm Dwayne from Blackboard Gaming. This week's topic is board games that have a cool way of scoring points. And my pick for this week is this game right here, Ark Nova. In Ark Nova, there are two score tracks you have to pay attention to. You have your appeal track, in which you gain points by placing animals in your zoo. And then you have your conservation track, in which you gain points by participating in conservation projects, like releasing animals out into the wild, or building up your scientific reputation. The game ends when those two score tracks meet, and your final score, whether it be positive or negative, is the difference between those two score tracks. I love the challenge of bringing those two score tracks together, and that's why this is my pick. See you guys later.
Maybe it's because Small World got me back into the hobby, but I love games where you physically collect points. That way you can do this fun little reveal at the end, which I think our friend John first introduced us to, where you gather up everything in secret, and then you and your opponent start to compare and raise each other on how many points you have collected during the game. And eventually, someone's gonna get to the point where they're out. Bye!
There are all sorts of different ways that you can gain victory points in games, and a lot of games have a lot of different ways to do it just in the single game itself. Make sure to leave in the comments down below your favorite way to gain victory points in a game mechanically, and make sure to check out our contributors from all around the world and all around the internet who are joining in here on Favorite Game Friday. It's awesome to have this community built around talking about games that we really enjoy, and if you'd like to join in on Favorite Game Friday, make sure to check out the Google Drive link down below that you can submit a video in, super short, 30 seconds or less per person, and you can be a part of Favorite Game Friday here. Next week, we're going to be talking all about solo games. Is there a game that you really enjoy to play solo when no one else is around? Sometimes you can't get the game group together, you can't get friends together, or you just really enjoy playing solitaire games. Make sure to leave that in the Google Drive link, and we can have a solitaire game Favorite Game Friday in a couple weeks from now, because we're going to the Dice Tower retreat. But yeah, it'll be awesome to have you join in, and I'll see you on the next one.